Hello and welcome to Inside Music, episode number 168. As always, I'm your host, James Shotwell, and it is great to be with you again. My guest this week is none other than Chris Freeman, guitarist and songwriter and sometimes backing vocalist for the band Hot Mulligan, whose album Pilot is available right now and who will very soon be entering the studio to record their next record. Chris was on the show about a year ago, way back in March of 2018, which for whatever reason, feels like it was 12 years ago at this point. And he told us a lot about what went into the making of Hot Mulligan's album, and he expressed his anxieties and expectations for the record. On this episode, we kind of recap everything that's been happening in the band's life over the last 16 months. Chris tells me about their recently wrapped nationwide headlining tour, as well as all the experiences that came as a result of the album coming out. As I teased just a moment ago, Hot Mulligan is preparing to enter the studio very soon, as in later this month, to record their sophomore album for No Sleep Records. Chris gives us just enough information to get us excited, but he doesn't go too in-depth with what fans can expect from the album. We also get into life on the road, life outside of music, and really just growing up with a passion for something that you don't know you can make a career out of. Chris is a really interesting guy, and I love having him around, and I was lucky enough to have him come to my house and record this episode in person. So if the audio sounds a little different than some of the other episodes we've released recently, that's probably the explanation for why. I also want to encourage you to check out the Hot Mulligan album, Pilot, if you have not done so yet. It's fantastic. It's a really great, fun, catchy release that is inspiring tons of people to get into the alternative music scene. Usually they're younger, but there are older fans as well, so please give it a listen. Now, before we get to the conversation, I do need to tell you one quick thing. This episode of Inside Music, and all episodes of Inside Music, are brought to you by Haulix, the music industry's leading digital promotional distribution company. And what that means is that Haulix works with the record labels, artists, publicists, and tons of other talent from all over the world to share new and unreleased music with tastemakers. Some of the clients at Haulix include Chance the Rapper, Blink-182, Metallica, and A Perfect Circle. Your music can be shared through Haulix as well by signing up today and starting a free trial. The website is haulix.com. That's Haulix.com. One more time, go to the website, click on sign up, and you'll get your first month of service free. If you hate it, cancel before the end of the month. No harm, no foul. That website again is Haulix.com. Haulix.com. If you want even more content from yours truly, I also want to encourage you to go over to YouTube and search for Music Biz. That's the name of our channel on YouTube, where we promote a ton of original content. You can stream every episode of this show. There are also educational clips called Music Biz 101, as well as headlines from around the music industry and a little show that we like to call the Music Biz News. So if you have time, you need to kill some time at work or whatever the case may be, go over to YouTube and search for Music Biz. Now that's all the stuff that I have today, and Hot Mulligan doesn't have anything to promote at the moment, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy my conversation with the one and only Chris Freeman. How long have you been home?
I've been home since, when did that tour end? June 3rd.
June 3rd.
Yeah, so I guess June 4th is when I actually arrived at my home.
It's like a month?
It's been a month.
A month.
Yeah.
How are you going crazy?
A little bit. I've been staying occupied.
Yeah?
Getting into some more stuff. I've been taking photos. Figured it'd be nice to have another creative outlet.
So solid I've been doing band that. Guy side hustle.
Yeah.
Taking pictures.
And then we've been writing.
Writing. So, did you start writing before you went on that tour? Or is this focused now?
We started writing in March.
Okay. Yeah. So 1 year out from the first record, you're like, time to get this shit going again.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. The last record we wrote largely right before we went in the studio.
Okay.
Probably we wrote most of it in 2 days. And
you've learned a lesson or two?
I learned a lesson. And the lesson was to not do that. Yeah. So we wanted to give ourselves ample time, and then I think it helped with we get to grow a little bit by having more time to write. So work on things.
Now, have you just been tinkering with stuff up until March? Like you just have a notebook of scratch ideas?
Up until March, we really...
Or you just don't talk about it?
We had nothing.
Yeah.
We had... we kind of talked a little bit. Went to be up there in my parents' basement in the woods.
Oh, wow.
And that's when we flushed out like the core of the album.
Okay.
Yep.
And now you feel pretty good about it?
Now I feel good about it.
Is it done?
It's
writing anyways?
It's like 85% done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 85's good?
Yeah. I think normally we go on and it's like
25%?
60, maybe 70% done.
How many songs are you messing with right now?
We're messing with like 14 or 15.
Okay, so you're keeping it pretty tight.
Yeah.
They might not all make it, but it's not like...
They won't all make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have 15 bangers just yet.
Right. I mean, I like everything we have, but having 15 songs is better than having 11. Like last time we actually had 10, and then we came out... How many are on Pilot?
I think 11 maybe.
Okay. Maybe we went in with 9 then, and then we came out with 10. We came out with 1 more than we had going in. So this time we're going to come out with less than we had going in, which is, I feel better about that.
I remember when AFI did December Underground, they did all these interviews where they were like, we wrote 100 songs for this record. And December Underground's like an 11-song release. And you're just like, what? What are those other 89 ideas? Like, it feels like too many. Like I feel like there's a sweet spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear a bunch of bands, mostly those bigger bands, when they're like, yeah, we had 40 songs written for this record, and we're only keeping 10. And then like Blink-182, they did California, then they did California, but again.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
And it never makes sense to me because I always feel like it's way too much material. You're not going to have... It's harder to get a lot of great material, I think, with 40 song ideas than like just picking 15 and being like, let's work on those.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, different writers.
But you also have a different project. You have your solo thing.
I do.
Which is called what again?
Extra Large Holiday Card. It's fun to say.
I just like making you say it. Have you been writing and recording for that too?
I've been writing.
Okay.
I was actually... So I'm a procrastinator by nature.
Yeah.
And I've had this one song written since March now. And every day I wake up, I'm like, maybe I'm going to record that today. And yesterday I decided today I'm going to wake up, and when I'm done with this interview, I'm going to go back home and I'm just going to start recording this song. Because as soon as I start it, then I know I can finish it real soon.
Do you want to do like a proper like record with that project?
I don't know yet. Yeah. Right now my plan is I want to do an EP.
Okay.
Probably 3 or 4 songs, and then see where it goes from there. Maybe play some shows.
To Nick to produce it.
I think I'm gonna do everything on my own.
Ooh.
Except maybe the mixing and mastering.
Okay.
I'll decide on that later.
All right. Well, obviously you're busy with Mulligan stuff right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you guys have studio time booked already?
We do.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it used to be like 18 to 24 months, and here we are. I was just thinking about this day, what are we, 15 months from the last record now? 16 maybe?
Yeah.
And you're like looking at the studio time already. It's on the calendar.
Yep.
Is that exciting?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I feel like you guys played so many shows since March of last year that you have to be like, I just want to play something else for
Yes,
a little bit.
That is the feeling. I'm not like totally sick of playing those songs or anything though. I think we wrote songs that are like, they have good replay value, so playing them back to back every night is like cool. But I'm definitely ready to add some new songs to the set list.
Are you excited to go back to being maybe direct support or opening slot, even though you just did this big headlining run?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Because it was nice to have that much time.
It was.
Yeah.
It was nice to show up. Well, there was no time, but also more time at the same time. Lots of time. So we'd like load in much earlier as the headliner, but then once we're loaded in and sound checked, we can just dip for the rest of the day, which was nice.
Yeah.
But playing an hour-long set is a lot of work.
You feel like you're in great shape when you come off playing a headlining tour, just because you've had so much sweat equity every day?
No.
The worst shape?
I don't think I'm in worse shape.
Well, you look exactly the same.
I look exactly the same, yeah.
So you made it like 16 months without changing. I guess that's good.
Right.
Physically.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I feel about the same when I come off, except I'm just like more tired.
More tired? You guys did like a massive undertaking of a headlining tour too. It wasn't like 2 weeks.
Right.
We're on the road forever.
It's like 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many shows in 5 weeks?
30?
So almost one every day.
Yeah.
Much. Like 5-6 days off.
Yeah, I think we typically have Mondays off.
Okay.
And then I think there was some holiday in there. Memorial Day, I think it was, during that tour where we had that off additionally. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yep. Every Monday and then Memorial Day.
Woo. And
Woo.
Was there a city that surprised you? I haven't really talked to you since the tour. So was there like, you guys are traveling, you're headlining. Is there a city where you didn't know how well it would do and then you got there and you're like, oh shit?
Philadelphia.
Really?
Yep.
I would think Philly was like a given because they just kind of love alternative music.
Everyone says that, and I see pictures from every other band's Philly shows, and I'm like, wow, that's huge. But every time we had gone to Philly prior, I think we went with Home Safe last summer, like 100 people came, and then we played there with Trophy Eyes in the fall, and no one moved for our set, and no one like really sang. I mean, there were like 20, 30 people, and I'm like, yeah, so we're playing like a 500 cap in Philly, but we're only going to sell 60 tickets, so let's see how that goes. And then we sold 405, I think it was.
Wow.
So
okay.
When we showed up there, we're like, what?
Yeah.
What happened between November and right now? Where did you come from?
Yeah.
You weren't there last time.
Isn't that weird?
It was really weird.
Especially in this day with like streaming and everything, it's really hard to track like what is the thing. It's like where did you come from?
Yeah.
Who are these fans?
Yeah.
Who told you about
I
it?
wish I knew. Chicago was really surprising too. We played Bottom Lounge. Mm-hmm. We played at that same venue with Trophy Eyes in Seaway in the fall as first to 5, and then it sold out. So we were like, well, we could probably do more than 400 tickets at Subterranean, but I don't think we're going to do 700, but I want to sell as many as we can. And then we sold 700. So I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Do you feel successful now?
More successful.
Some days?
Some days. Yeah, other days I'm like, dude, what am I doing?
And the second week home from tour, you're like, what the hell was I doing?
That's right.
What am I doing with my life?
I like, after the tour's done, like immediately afterwards I'm just tired, and then like 2 weeks go by and I'm like going through my phone like trying to make our next Instagram post or whatever, and I see photos of the tour and I'm like, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that now. It's weird. It feels like a different life.
When you're in the moment, it's so exciting and it almost feels timeless, and you get on the other side of it and it very clearly was not timeless.
Yeah.
Like the sensation is gone, it doesn't linger.
Yep.
It is not like that song Turn the Page at all.
I don't know that song.
Oh, you know, like the Metallica Bob Seger song Turn the Page? It's all about life on the road, but it always talks about like echoes of amplifiers ringing in your ears and stuff like that. And like, yeah, that only happens when you're on the road. You're home for like a week and you're like, I need to do something.
Yeah, definitely. It's like that. Yeah.
I just traveled the entire country, but now I'm like, what do I do with my time?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you guys got back and then you immediately dove into writing, or do you guys take like a week off? Or like, we need to not see each other for
we got back, we took 2 weeks off.
Okay.
And then we wrote for a weekend. And then we took 2 weeks off. And then we wrote for a weekend.
Were you sick of each other by the end of the road?
I don't know.
Do you guys do pretty well with not boiling over at one another?
Sometimes boil for like a day. And then like the next day it's like, oh, last night that was funny, right guys? And we were all mad at each other, and then it's not a big deal.
Well, I was gonna say, how do you manage infighting inside like a van like that, where you're just like, we're all pissed? Is it just an awkward silent van ride?
Yes. It's exactly that. It's awkward and silent.
And who has control of the radio during these times?
Whoever's driving.
All right.
Yep. Sometimes though, it's like if we get like really heated one day, the next day it's like nothing plays in the van.
We're just sitting there.
It's just
silently.
dead silent.
Staring out
no
the
music. Just scrolling, thumb scroll.
Hopefully no one has the clicks on their phone. You're just silent.
Yeah, right.
Everyone's wishing they were somewhere else.
Yep.
And you roll up and kids are like, oh my God, you're here. And you're like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we're here, guys.
Yeah, we're here. Physically, we are all perfectly present.
Yeah. It's nice that it never feels long term though.
Yeah.
It's like any normal fight you'd like get in with your parents or something where it's like, shut up, and then it passes, and it's not like I hate you forever.
It's a good feeling of being grown up when you can like step outside of the argument and be like, we're gonna be over this. The hardest part is just being quiet long enough to like let it fall apart. Yeah. Because I'm the one that's always like, are we good now? Are we good now? Is this like good yet? Can we go back to just hanging out now? And it's like, no, I need a little time to let the anger ooze back out of me.
Right.
Okay, well, I'm glad that it's going well. And you're feeling good about the new material?
Yeah.
Can you tell me anything about what it sounds like?
I can't.
No?
I can't.
No, you can't?
Yes.
Okay, well, can you tell me?
So it's more diverse than Pilot.
All right.
I feel like one of the critiques we got on Pilot was that, it sounds like they wrote the same song 10 times.
Yeah.
And I get that. It does.
Well, we wrote it in a very small amount of time.
Yeah. That's also, it's kind of what we wanted to do. We wanted it to have a consistent sound throughout. I like a lot of records that do that. Like Tiger's Jaw's self-titled is an album, I feel, that does that for me, where it's like, if you don't really know the record, anyone can play any song from that record, and you're like, oh, I don't know the name, but I know it's on that record. Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about Pilot. Mm-hmm. This one jumps in a bunch of different directions. It takes some of the things that we did on Pilot and then pushes that to an extreme. And I want to say overall there's less pop songs, but like the pop songs that are on there are stronger pop songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
that. Makes sense.
That. Stronger pop songs. Is that I just picture more 808s and such in it. Maybe. Okay. Topically still same subject matter, same Hot Mulligan heartache.
A little different. Yeah.
You've seen some shit? Is it not, did you make a road album? Did you make we went on the road for a year and now we have an album about being on the road?
No.
Good.
I don't want to do that. I don't like that.
It's easy though, right? To like get lured into it. You're like, we just write about this shit.
Yeah. I never feel inspired if I've had a couple ideas that come out where it leans towards that direction, and then I'm like, no, this isn't it. This is not what people want to listen to. This is not what I want to listen to.
Yeah.
So no, it doesn't do that.
Okay.
But it's I didn't write as much on it lyrically, at least yet. So it's not like I smoked weed in my room.
It's not so much weed smoke.
Yeah, it's not that. So it's different.
But more body parts because Taze is writing about it?
I think there's body parts, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a good mention of body parts.
Hands and lips and tongues and feet.
Right, that's what we talked about last time. Taze, if it's a Taze song, it mentions body parts. If it's my song, it probably mentions
drugs.
Drugs
and sadness.
So edgy, yeah.
Fair enough. And you're, can you tell me when you go to the studio? Or what?
Friday.
Friday? Damn.
I think whatever day is the maybe it's not Friday. It's really soon. We leave on the 14th.
That's like Sunday.
Okay.
So next week.
Right.
Basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you recording?
The barber shop in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did you settle on that?
Brandon's other band, Kayak Jones, went there.
Yeah.
And he really liked it. Mm-hmm. And he tried to convince me to go there. Even during Pilot, when we were recording Pilot, he's like, dude, we got to go there. And I wasn't convinced yet because we'd worked with Nick and we knew we liked Nick and wanted to make our record with him. So then we did, and then I heard the Free Throw and Heart Attack Man records specifically. Yeah. Those two new ones, they went there.
Those records are great.
They sound big.
Yeah.
It sounds, and we're like, we want to try to, how do I articulate this? Wanted to sound a little more polished and like bigger.
Okay.
Is all it is.
Yeah.
Up the production value a bit. We're like, it's our second record. Let's go to like a bigger studio.
Makes sense. I think that Heart Attack Man record sounds very big. It sounds like a 90s
good.
rock record.
Yeah, but it still sounds raw too. It doesn't sound like a metalcore big with all the triggered drums, and it's like, well, you could have done that on a computer. It's like, wow, how are those drum tones so fat?
And then the guitars sound huge.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I guess is important to you.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
I think that's always a good sign because, I mean, you can write a whole bunch of different songs, but if the record sounds differently out the gate, then people will be like, oh, they've matured. Like, you'll get a lot of they've matured because the producer knows how, like, they had a bigger studio to work.
Yeah, for sure.
You get taken a little bit more seriously in the mix. Are you nervous about going back to the studio at all? Do you have that fear of, like, what if shit doesn't work the second time? third time, whatever.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I
feel like you've ridden such a nice wave for like the last year that like going to the studio and like having to kind of lock down on it for a bit can be a little intimidating.
Yeah. I'm somewhat worried about like the perception of like a second record and like how is that going to go, especially with it sounding a little different. Mm-hmm. It's still got like the Hot Mulligan core with the harmonies and the trade-off vocals and the noodle here and stuff like that, but it's just going to be a different sound. I think Pilot and Opportunities were really raw in nature, and this one's just going to sound a little different, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know. We got really comfortable with Nick, so I'm more interested to see how we turn out going somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, it doesn't sound scared. It just is like, I'm just nervous. I want it to work, obviously.
Yeah, right. I have faith in it, though. I'm just like, I don't know what we're going to sound like.
But I think it's going to work.
I think it's going to work.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so you guys go to the studio, you get back, and then are you just on the road throughout the fall? We
have that Census Fail tour.
Yeah,
which I'm
I
really
actually
stoked
heard
about.
the new version of their first EP today.
Really?
I really enjoyed it. I found myself listening to it on a loop, and I was just like, I didn't realize that I was going to enjoy hearing these songs again, but it's kind of cool.
And did they completely re-record it?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So it's all a little bit lower because Buddy's a little older, so it's just not as much of that like almost shrieking high notes that he does on the original version.
Cool.
But it also is weird because it's clearly like an older man singing like 187, and it's just not the same. Like, my heart is broken. Like,
right.
Like,
okay.
It's not, bro. You're
interesting. That's cool though. Yeah. So we've got that tour, and then as of right now, we're trying not to do anything throughout the winter.
Oh.
Take a little break.
Yeah.
Really focus on the record, the visual with the record, music videos. Planning that out and give it proper attention.
Yeah.
I feel like in the past we've never given anything proper attention. We're like, well, gotta go fast. Let's get it out right now.
But that almost lend itself to all the kind of silliness that happened around it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, definitely. I think that'll stick with us, the silliness and stuff, because that is just who we are. You know?
That's good.
Yeah. So we're not gonna come out and be like, well, we're actually dark and broody bad now. We've decided that.
We have one-word song titles now.
Yeah, no, that's not, unless the word's like hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
We got like I just imagine you with like a scribble pad of inside jokes. You're like, this would be a good song title.
It's actually in my notes app. Every note though.
Just reads like craziness. People.
Yeah.
I always like, my biggest fear is that if I die, someone's gonna like find my phone, and I'm always just like, just delete my notes app. Just
Delete
don't
it.
even, just erase all. Because I've like been writing in it for 5 years. I don't even know what's all in there.
Right.
You just start searching words, and you're gonna find things.
Right.
Like, no.
If you scroll back ages in your notes app and you're like, what was I rambling about in November 2015?
Exactly. Or like a letter you wrote someone you never sent. And that's no. Sorry.
Wow.
Look at the timestamp. It's 2014. I don't want you to know.
It's good I didn't send it.
Yeah.
It's for
Or
the
like
best.
that bad, sad, high poetry.
Yeah.
Like, really, it's not even a song. It's just like mountains of emotion, and you're just like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah.
I didn't delete it because I'm just an asshole.
Right. Right, for sure. It
I have
is
the
like
same
that.
thing about my voice notes, because sometimes I'll do voice notes when I have like an idea and I'm driving for a story. I'll like turn on that and I'll be like, what if I write about this long thing?
Yeah.
And I just want it to be deleted.
I've got voice memos. Some of them I can like pinpoint. I'm like, oh, dude, I know exactly what I wanted. But some of them are from like years back of me just driving, and then I turned it on and I'm like, ba ba da 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 da,
melody
and
or
I'm like,
something?
that's gonna be a hit right there. And then I listened to it like a week later. I'm like, dude, what was I trying to say? What did I want?
I love it.
Yeah.
We had a friend, one of my old writers had, when he died a couple of years back from a sickness, and when after he passed, his mom was going through his phone, and she found a voice memo that she sent me, and I was like, for a while, I was like, I'm afraid to hit play, because it's going to be like the last thing that I hear him say that I've never heard before. You know what I mean? And I hit play, and I'm not kidding you, it's like a 2.5 minute piece of audio where he's just talking to himself in a car, clearly stoned, and he's just like, remind yourself to tell James that you want to write an article about the 5 types of stoners you meet at every party. And he's just like walking, and it's so loose and silly, and it's just him being like, the cool jock, and he's like describing it, and I was like, this is perfect. Okay,
are you gonna write it? Did you write it?
No, but I do still have the audio, and I just keep it. So sometimes I'm like, I'll just revisit this, and it's just funny to be like, I made all this in my head. I was like, what could it be? It could be an audio note about anything. And it was just like him stoned talking to himself about like a terrible idea that he had for something. And I was like, yeah, that's how I would want to be remembered, through this horrible decision.
Yeah, that's great.
Well, that's good. What do you got going on outside of Mulligan and extra large holiday card? I want to make sure I say it all right. Greeting card, holiday card, right?
Extra large holiday card.
Extra large holiday card. How's life outside of that?
Good. Yeah. I just moved with my girlfriend
to Wyoming,
Michigan. Wyoming, Michigan. Yeah, not
very
Wyoming,
specific.
Right.
You're like, where? That's how much the fighting hurt. I moved to Wyoming.
One time, I was driving around with Brandon, and we ended up in Wyoming, Michigan. I was like, dude, we're in Wyoming, and he straight up goes, no way! How did we get to Wyoming already? I didn't know it was this close. So we're like,
wow, man.
Dude. He was convinced for a minute. We had to break the news to him. But yeah.
That's good.
So that's nice. Got out of the college town.
Yeah.
No roommates.
Yeah.
I have like a room in there now where I actually have my guitar amps.
You have a space for yourself?
I have a space for myself.
I moved to this place and lost my space for myself.
Oh.
I just had that corner by the window now.
Oh, but that's a nice window.
Yeah.
For those who can't see, it's a really nice window. It's great. It's big. It's clear.
Yeah, I get to look at downtown. That was the exchange, basically.
Yeah, that's nice.
You like it though? You like living in Wyoming?
Yeah,
I like it too. When I used to live there.
Yeah. It's not grand, but I can get to downtown sooner.
Do you feel like a full-blown adult now? You've got a band, working on second record, living without roommates?
No. I don't think I'll ever feel like a full-blown adult.
Yeah. It's probably a trap, right?
My senior year of high school, I was elected kid at heart, and I think that'll stay with me forever.
Sometimes when my parents call me, we have a conversation where I walk away feeling like that's how they'll always see me, as like that child.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't become an adult myself until they recognize that I'm an adult.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I guess I'm just this forever.
I think I'm in that same boat. Yeah.
Especially when you meet somebody that's your age that's already has like a family going and stuff with kids, and you're just like, oh, we're in different places. You're aging faster than I am. Like, what's happening?
Sometimes I can't trust like that. I don't know when I see them doing that, I'm like, are you really doing that though? Yeah. How are you doing it? Because I haven't figured out, like, sometimes I'm still like 3 meals a day. That's impossible.
Yeah. I've been doing that this week. I've been eating at the wrong time in the afternoon. Then it's like 9:30, and I'm like, what do I do now?
Yeah.
The trials and tribulations of adulthood.
Right. Simple tasks.
Sometimes
too hard.
If being an adult is just paying bills, then at least I've got that figured out.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely pay bills.
Right. If that's it, I can pay bills.
What got you into photography?
So John Soyrak, I don't know how to say his last name, from Knuckle Puck.
All right.
He was posting 35 millimeter photos on his Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's sick. And it's just like nothing over the top. It like wasn't live shows or anything. It was just like photos in the street that like looked kind of cool. And I was like, that'd get me out of the house. So I went and bought a camera. I'm like, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I got into painting much the same way. Someone on Instagram painting. I was like, that looks like something that would not be a screen for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, just something like that.
Yep, that's what I wanted. I was like, I skateboarded most summers.
Yeah.
But I'd only get into it for like a couple weeks, and then I'm like, my body aches, and I can't hit stair sets because I'm older now.
Yeah.
And it would hurt.
I can't fuck up my hands anymore.
I can't fuck up my hands. And yeah, I don't know. Something about photos made me feel more inspired to like write music again too.
Yeah, capturing a moment. In the image.
Yep.
I see the parallels. That makes sense.
But I didn't have anything for a while. Like for a long time, it was just like I'm doing music, and then like my other hobbies were like I'm trying to get into recording music or other things music related. And I was like, oh my god, I need something else to get me out of here for a second, clear like my tunnel vision. So that was it.
No,
it's nice to have something that's like just for fun, where I'm not like, I'm going to make this a career and I'm going to try my hardest.
Yeah, when we're not on the road, I'll make money by selling my prints, and we'll be like doing it.
See, that's not super up my alley or anything. I'm just like having fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
Keep it pure.
Yep.
I mean, it's really hard, especially when you find success with something that you're passionate about as a hobby, and it becomes a job, then you're like, I think I can do that with everything. Everything I like could just be a job.
I feel that way with a lot of things. Not necessarily like, oh, that could be a job, but when I get into something, I'm like, I hate to suck. I hate to suck so bad that I'll become obsessive.
You gotta
and I'm like,
figure it out.
I'm gonna get really good really fast, and that's what I try to do. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to do now. Like I'm trying to learn every day something new and just get better really fast. But this time it's like only for myself and not to like put that on display necessarily, which is fun. It's like self-satisfying.
Well, that's good, man.
Yeah.
It makes me happy to hear that.
Thanks.
You seem like you're doing well adjusted as an adult and whatnot.
Thank you.
Or at least, working on it.
Working on it, yeah.
You guys only have like one big Hot Mulligan show in the state, in Michigan, right? Excellency?
Yep.
Is that your only big thing that's coming out?
Yep.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Because Heart Attack Man is on that bill.
Heart Attack Man's on it.
Does it feel weird? You guys just played the Loft. I know you kicked off pilot with a release show at the Loft, and I was there. When you came back on the headlining tour and it sold out, was that like exciting to like have that kind of full circle moment?
It was.
Yeah.
It was very cool.
What is like? Does it just feel different there?
I just love the Loft. I like they have that. It's not a barricade, but they have that little lip in the front of the stage, and I think that's I wish more venues had that. You can just. It creates like a little bit of a divide, so like no one's stepping on my pedal board. But if you're crowd surfing and stage diving, like you land on the stage and then you can just hit that thing as like a ramp.
Yeah.
And you just send it,
Yeah.
I love that.
Scott and that team there have really done good things.
Yeah, it's great there.
He's another example of a guy that does photography on the side.
Scott?
Yeah.
Scotty Bell?
No, the guy from the Loft, Scott. Oh man, it starts with a V. I want to say it.
Oh, okay.
He also owns the pizza place below it now.
Oh, we went there. They had a Hot Mulligan pizza slice.
What?
Yes, it was very cool.
That might be
It
the best
opened the day we
accomplishment.
played there, and I was like, oh, no way, that's
What's
cool.
on a Hot Mulligan pizza slice?
I don't remember what it was. I don't at all. I ate it though, and I was like, oh, it was pretty good.
I thought maybe they would ask you and be like, "What do you?
No,
what are your slice
no questions. Just there it was. I didn't know. I just wanted to get pizza afterwards, and I'm like, hey, we got a slice today.
Future reference. Now a donut shop needs to step up and do the Hot Mulligan donut.
Yeah, I wonder what that would be.
What would you want it to be?
See, I don't really like sweets.
Oh yeah, you're not a sweets guy. So it needs to be savory.
Maybe with some like pretzel crumbs on it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All those donut shops out there. There are a few music themed donut shops, and Voodoo does artist themed donuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This could be a dream.
We had at the Philly show. They had a deluxe capacitor drink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it had like peach schnapps, vodka. No, not vodka. It was whiskey. I hate whiskey, personally, but I had to get it. And when I was drinking it, I was just wondering why they didn't call it like the Princess Peach or something. Mm-hmm. I think they just like clicked on our album and like picked the first
They're like,
song.
what's
and, like,
the biggest song?
We're gonna name one after that, but
Yeah. It's a good attempt.
it was a nice attempt.
It's fine.
I paid $10 for it.
I was at some show recently, and they were like, buy the themed drinks of the night. And it was literally just red wine. It was like red wine or white wine. I was like, how's this? What does this have to tie into anything? It's just like we have too much wine. It's now this band's themed night of drinks.
Right.
Yeah. They're just trying to sell drinks. It's fine. It's fine.
I think that's cool though.
Yeah.
Like brings some community to the whole event.
Yeah. So back to Excellency. That's at the beginning of August. It seems like it's gonna be a big show. There's like way too many bands for someone my age to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna go all day.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to show up.
Yeah.
Just like,
No, it's gonna be a long day.
you guys play it last year too?
We did.
Okay. I've never actually been to it. Is it where it's in Bay City, right?
Yep.
Okay. What's the venue?
It's the historic Masonic temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like a theater of some kind?
It's like looks like a church,
All right.
but with like upper deck seating,
Okay.
and it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
like two little church stages where like I don't know. I felt like I should have been gifted wine just by being in there.
How far down on the lineup were you guys last year?
We were just before the headliner, Tiny Moving Parts, last year,
And now you are the headliner.
and now we are the headliner.
Wow, look at that, moving
Yep.
up in the world. So,
Yeah.
following the Trophy Guys tours first to 5. Then you sell it out. Now you're headlining. What's next? Who knows? Second album, hopefully.
Second album, I wanna support more.
Yeah.
For sure. I want to play with some bigger bands, play bigger shows.
Are you the opener for the Census Field?
We're in the middle.
Okay.
There's 3 bands.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place for you guys right now,
Yeah.
especially going into this new album cycle.
Right. And I like that tour because it's most of the other support tours we've done where it's like those are bands in our world. Like if you listen to Hot Mulligan, you've probably listened to Seaway. You've probably listened to Trophy Eyes, and like vice versa. And then this one is like, I don't think Census Fail fans are Hot Mulligan fans. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to go do another tour where it's like, well, let's play to like Hot Mulligan adjacent fans, because we just did 4 or 5 full U.S. tours doing that.
You've seen them all.
I've seen them. They've seen our set. We don't have any new songs, so I want to go play to like not our fan base.
We're running out of things to play.
Yeah, bring in some new people.
Yeah. I think it'll be really good exposure. Plus, Census Fail is at a point now where they have like a slightly older demographic, which I think you guys could also benefit from, like some 30-somethings that are. Like,
I feel that way too. Yeah.
You can't just count on the young kids.
Right. I'm hoping that we roll up to that tour and some of those older fans are like, well, this reminds me of back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go watch it. Yeah. It's interesting. Some of our older fans are some of the most passionate too. Like when we play shows, there are people like that look like 10 years older than me. They approach us, they're like, you guys are like the first band I've gotten into in years.
They probably have a family now. That's why they look 10 years older than you.
Yeah, that's right.
It ages you.
And then their kids.
Yeah.
They put the kids on the cycle, and hopefully they become fans. Yep.
It's amazing. Is it hard to figure out a set list for a Census Fail tour? I know you're still ways out from it, since it is like a slightly heavier crowd, I would say.
Yeah, that's going to be
Maybe it's just a matter of not saying some of the song titles out loud.
Yeah, I think we won't say song titles.
Yeah, just not be like, this song's called I Fell in Love with Princess P. We'd be like, no. We'll just tuck that away. This is another song.
I think we're just going to go with some the heavier ones.
Yeah.
Not
only
that we
say
have
the
a lot
song
of
titles
those.
of the heavier sounding songs, like the crash on I-69, just I-96, yeah. The semi-truck fight on I-96. That seems heavy. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, there was a semi-fight, and then it's like, oh, this is weenie stuff. Okay.
Didn't he just say, maybe it's just the sound guy. I don't know.
Right.
I love it. I think you guys are going to kill it. I'm excited to see that tour too.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. And I thank you for coming in and like catching me up. We talk sometimes in text, but I always hate to be that guy that's like, oh, I'm talking to my friend in music. Let me ask him how music's going, because it's all he does every day of his life.
That's really all I have to talk about. Some of my friends are like that too. Like if I haven't seen them in a while, and they're like, so what's this like? How's the tour like? Like, what do you do? And they're like, are you sick of me asking all these questions? And I'm like, dude, if you asked me about anything else, I wouldn't have anything to tell you. I don't do anything else.
It comes a time, like tomorrow I'm going to Disrupt to hang out with the Sleeping with Sirens guys and the Circus Survive guys who I've known for years, and when we get together, like the last thing I want to do is be like, so what's new with like the band guys?
Yeah.
And it's just like, how's paying insurance going? Like what's
right.
what's going on in like the real life?
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, that's good, man, and it feels like you're in a good place. You seem happy. Maybe even happier than when I saw you last time.
I think I'm happier than when you saw me last time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pulled yourself up a little bit?
Yeah. Last time I was inside a lot.
Yeah.
Doing nothing, but...
It was also the dead of winter still.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, a little isolating yourself a little more.
Yep. Now I'm trying to get a little more social.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah. You're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
That's usually my question.
How do I act?
Yeah.
Who am I?
My parents over there were like, hey, how's making a community? I was like, I don't know. What do people do?
Yeah, that's...
Where do you meet people? What do you do? I'm usually broke. I don't understand. All right, man. Well, everything is just Hot Mulligan online, right?
Yep.
Okay, just find Hot Mulligan.
Yeah.
Do you have like your own? You're posting your photography online or anything? That people can find it?
It's like hidden for now.
Okay.
Until I feel like really confident.
Like a fake Finsta of some kind?
It's like a Finsta.
Okay.
I have like, my Finsta has like 2 photos on it. And it's like, I posted one to my story, so if like I get any more where I'm like, this is cool, I'll probably post it, but I don't know.
I feel like some people just create a Finsta to create the illusion that they have like this secret life, this other thing. Like there's stuff that you can't see about them.
You can't see this about me.
Yeah, you can't know that I like dumb memes.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, new album coming 2020 probably?
2020.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
It feels weird to be that far ahead planning already.
I know.
Meanwhile, I don't know what I'm doing this weekend yet, but...
Me either.
Getting ready to go to the studio, obviously.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, well, keep up with Hot Mulligan everywhere, and say bye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
Woo! They were good.
Cool. Cool.
Good 35 minutes.